Today was July
Yes.
General Meeting, 7/20/2024. The bulk of meeting today was the visa application. Thank you. So the biggest part is going to be the visa application. So I did post the link in a group. That is the link that you'll be applying for visa. I know if you are listening right now, if you have you're listening on the phone and then you have a laptop, then yes, you can go through with me. Once this meeting is over, I'm going to post the section for the visa application so you can have that part. I'll also send you the document that have all the applications, all the attachments, you need to apply. And I'm going to show you where exactly you need to put in there. I've created like step-by-step, so you'll be able to see it exactly how it is. And then you'll be able to follow it up. It's very easy. Just in case if you can't follow up or maybe you have questions. And of course, definitely we encourage you to use the laptop when you're doing the application because it can hold a lot of function behind the scenes. So then all the pages looks the same. I've had these young people who can do the application through the phone, but they know how to play around with attachment and do this and do that. But for us who are matured people, we usually use the laptop so you can see everything else in front of you. So then I'll be able to answer easily. And then for me, the process took probably, because I was doing the screenshot and stuff. So I would say probably less than 10 minutes. So as I said, the application, definitely the visa is going to be the multiple entry visa. So when we come back and you decide, okay, maybe you love Tanzania so much, you can go back. The visa is good for the whole year. So once you get the visa either this month, then you will be able to use it until the next July, next year, July. So you will need, before you start the application, you need the 2x2 passport size. So you can do, any picture that show you up to your shoulders, as long as it's more visible and stuff, somebody can see you and identify you, because it's going to be on your visa document. That picture has to be the picture that they can tell, because you're going to have that. And then when they scan your name or your passport through the immigration, that picture is going to show up. So it has to be looking like you. Don't have something that is way different than how you look like now, because they're going to say, that's not you. And then, of course, the picture page of the passport. I know some of you have sent me that picture page because I need that for to apply for the invitation letter. And then, of course, I get the information from the name, the same name from your passport. And then attestation, I am going to give you that part is already ready. So if you send me your passport page, because I need that passport number to be able to write the attestation from Qhsc. That letter says that you're going with the group for Qhsc, so you're getting a visa under the group of Qhsc. And then, of course, you should have your ticket from Nobel, where you got your ticket. So you PDF that document, because that's what it's going to fit. If you leave it, make it to so many pages, it's not going to be, because you have only one spot to upload. So your ticket, the way you open up from the email, you should be able to save it as a PDF. And when you're uploading it, it's going to be easier that way. And then I am going to give you the invitation letter from the hospital, which will be Mwananyamala, which is grandfathers, everybody in that invitation letter. And then so you're going to have that. And then the 2023 annual certification. So that means it's the organization in good standing, like we pay our taxes and we are good to go. So then we have to submit that, because the visa people, they're going to say, who are you going with? Is that legit organization? And how's your standing? So that's what we call the annual certification. So usually at the end of 2023, we are good. So we're good for 2024 now. So you see the letter just say up to December 2024. And then IRS, you're going to have that later also, that just showing that also we usually pay our taxes. So we don't owe taxes for the organization. And then, of course, the last one is going to be the credit card. So you can see on the little instruction there, the yellow is your responsibility to get before you start applying. And then the green part is my responsibility to send it to you. So once this meeting is over, get all those 4 documents and stuff for you ready to go. I'm going to send the email to you with all the other attachments. So then once you have that, then you should be able to do that part. I will do that, send that information at the end of, after the end of the meeting. But just make sure you have sent me the passport page, because I need that passport number to put it on your attestation, because you're not going to be able to apply without that, because they have to match. That's you're going with the organization that validate it's you, and also it's the same person is on the passport that is allowed to go to Tanzania. So all those things have to match, and that's why I need that passport page. But majority of you have sent it to me, but I know there's few of you are still getting that information ready. So please let me have. Okay, so this is the link for the immigration. There are two of them, but they still go to the same place. I mean, I did differently on a different website just to make sure we are going the same places. So sometimes the visa immigration, immigration.go.tz, that's to take you to the Tanzania. And of course, this is the live link. So once I send this attachment to you, then you will be able to click on it, and then it will take you to the correct page. And then the same thing that the other one also says Tanzania Immigration Department of e-Service. So it's the same link, but you can get it either or. And as I said, you should be able to do. As I said, this is the live link. You can see, I can click on it, and it will take you to the same place. But I've already screenshot the pages. So to me, that's the page. For example, the second link, it says Tanzania Immigration. You will get those tabs like that. So on my screen, it is like this because I condensed the page. But if you have the full page, it's going to be like little boxes. And so you can click on it. Those are live boxes. But on the screen here, it's the screenshot. But once you have your link, you should be able to see that. And then so that next page, when you said the visa application for you, you're going to be saying new application. So you on the bottom left, you can see new application. When you click on it, this page is going to show up. So this is the screen page. And they need your email, which is going to send you the visa after you complete everything else, then apply. And then they'll give you the response from there. And then the passport number. That's why I said your passport number is going to be the important part, linking you with all these documents. And then they're going to ask you where the passport was issued. And then you have to create a security question that you can come back later on to, if you need to complete again. Don't forget this page. So if you can, take a screenshot once you fill out the information, because you're going to need that information again. And then you have to say, yes, I'm not a robot. And then you said, start a new application. Yes. So for people who have applied before, this page is going to get extra stuff. I took it out because I don't want to confuse the new people. So people who have gone like last year or previous years, the previous application passport is going to show up as soon as you put your passport number. Yeah, unless you change the passport number. But as soon as it's the same passport number, it's going to say previous application is this one. Do you want to go back to that application, or do you want a new application? So always go to the new application, because you're changing the date, the time, and then the document also, because we have a new one. Okay, so and the next page now, once you fill out that page, as soon as you say the click, this is the page is going to come here. Please, please, please make sure you get a note of that application ID number. It's going to give you few letters, so, and the numbers mixed up together. So that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's almost 12, 14 characters. So you need that. If you lose that, then you have to recreate again another application ID. So you don't want to do that part. As I said, you can see on the bottom, for people who have had before, it's going to show up previously you use this application. Do you want that? And that status of that application was approved. Do you want to use this one? And I said, no, because I want the new visa. I'm not continuing with the previous visa. So the middle part here, you can send your application ID is there, and then the date that I applied, because I did that a little bit early last night or early this morning. So then it's going to give you the date that you're applying. But I said, please take a picture, write it down, this number, just in case anything happened, the internet and stuff, and lock you out. If you have that application ID number, it's going to bring you where exactly you left off. But if you don't, and you started from the beginning, it's going to start asking you from the beginning instead of entering the license, the passport number. Okay, so with that, once you have that, then you go next. So it's going to ask you personal information, your name, middle name, surname, male, female, status, married or whatever, date of birth. All this information needs to match your passport. And then nationality at birth, and then present nationality. Everybody knows how to answer those questions. And then you said save and continue. it's going to ask you for your phone numbers, because sometimes they will ask you for verification for using your phone. So you can have a number there, the present address and a permanent physical address, wherever. If they match, just put both of them, because if you leave anything blank, it's not going to go to the next page. And then employment here, and then once you, whatever you put here, full-time, retired, or whatever thing like that, then it's going to open other boxes in there. So employers who is working to, once I think you say retired, there's nothing here to continue. So then you keep going next. And then, of course, the passport information now. Again, you're going to put this part, the information. Even if you put it at the beginning, you're going to put this information here. So here it says select the passport type. So the passport type is going to be ordinary. So because that's just a regular passport type. And then passport number again. And then, of course, the country that was issued, of course, it's here. And then place of issue, then you majority of the people I know, they usually put to Washington, D.C. or New York. So some of the, if you got your passport recently, sometimes they don't put the where it's it was issued. But majority of the time is either Washington, D.C. or New York. So you can put to wherever, unless your passport is for the previous, I mean, if it's a long time ago, then some passport have like when it was issued, like the state was issued, then put it there. And then, of course, the issue date. So on a passport, it should be there and the expiration date. And then, of course, if you have the spouse, and then you can put the information in there. And then the nationality, you can put it there. That one, usually they want to make sure if it matches also, that your spouse also should have the same information as yours. Okay, so now the embassy. So definitely we are applying to the Tanzanian embassy so we can get the visa. So this is the information that you can copy from here. So United States of America, the country that you're applying from, nearby DC. For me, I usually use the Washington, DC. And then, of course, the type of the visa you're requesting, the multiple entry visa, and then the purpose of the visit. So these are three drop-down options. So the option that we choose is consultants with the registered companies, the NGO and other institutions. Because we are going as a non-profit organization, also we're working with the NGO in Tanzania. So that's the option we choose. And then is this group your first time going to Tanzania? Majority of you said yes. People who have been there before, you're going to say no. As soon as you say no, you're going to get more options here, like when is the last time you went there? So you can put the last time you went there, probably the previous year or 2 years ago. And then if you know the visa number, yes, but it's not mandatory. Sometimes you leave it open because you're not going to remember. But remember, for the new people who are returning, in the beginning, when you have the second page, if you click on it that you have been there before, or you use the same email that you applied previously, it's going to pull the previous application. So if you want to note that number, you can put it right there, yes, but it's not mandatory because you can see it doesn't have the red star to it. And then, of course, they will know because as soon as you put your passport number, they do know that you have been in the country before because they have records. And then destination is the Tanzania mainland. And then, of course, port, we're going to use the airports because we're flying into. And then port of entry, that's the Dar es Salaam, that's the airport. And then port of departure, that's the same one, you're leaving from there. I mean, unless you're going somewhere else afterwards, that's up to you. So you should put wherever you're departing from. And then date of arrival, majority of you, we are arriving on the 14th. So see where you are arriving date, because remember, you're going to submit your ticket so that we see when you're coming back, we are arriving over there and the day that you're coming back. And then you said the stay duration. So this is people who, for example, if you are coming back on the 28th, so I counted the 29th because you never know, it can be delayed, something happens and you're still there until the next morning. It's not like they're going to come and kick you out if there's any changes, issues. No, this is just in case maybe there's something happens, so they need to know, okay, how long there was expectation for you to stay there. And then, and if something happens, what happens? This is just for statistic purposes. And then, so the next part also is the next page also usually says local host. I'm going to give you more information for the next screen. So you have here local host, it's the company and organization, and then full name is definitely Mwananyamala Regional Referral Hospital. So as I said, it's giving us an umbrella of all the visit for this medical mission. We also going to Kira Road. They have specific dates, and also going for school. They have a specific date. However, we can only submit one letter to the embassy, and this is the one that came first, and then so we're going to use that one. And then so who can we follow up for contact? So there's an email there for the director for the hospital, and then relationship. This is for the medical mission training. And then, of course, the phone number that is the official phone number that the embassy can call them to confirm that we are going there, yes. And then the registration for that hospital is there, and the physical location for that hospital is there. And then, of course, for accommodation, so what are you going to stay? Then you put the hotel, because usually, sometimes you apply so early, and then the hotel might change. So I just put the hotel, but the physical address, this is the area or the city that we're going to be staying there, is Mwananyamala. So that's how you put it in there. And most of the time, I'm like, it can change, because there's one time we apply and then you find out that like almost like 2-3 weeks before we get there, the hospital that lost power or the generator broke or something. And we had to change to another hotel, which is okay. I mean, because remember, they have contact information. They can call our hosts and say, do you know where these people are? And then they will find us. So it's not a big deal, but they usually need to know where we're going. Okay, so now this is the last page. Now all those attachments and stuff is going to come up. So like passport. So you use your picture. Make sure it is a PDF, your picture, the passport size picture. And then as long as you can see it, and then it will tell you if it has enough space. If you have like an original picture with HD, it's not going to be accepted because that's too much. So you can use just a simple picture there that can be uploaded. But if you have a picture that maybe you took to Walgreens or something like that, you can screenshot that picture and save it as a PDF. Then you should be able to work just fine. And then, of course, on the passport biodata, remember that page you send it to me with the passport number? So that's the page that you come and upload it. So usually, because you are taking a picture of and then in PDF, then it's going to easily post, all information is going to be there. And then so the bottom documents, that these are the documents that I am going to be sending to you. So there's one that they said the passport or national ID. So this is the same passport page that you're going to put. If for the people from Tanzania were applying, then they have what they call the passport, so the national ID. So they will, and then it's called a return ticket. So that's the one that, remember, said you have to do a PDF. So that's the one also you're going to upload it there. Invitation letter. I am going to give you the invitation letter. You're going to upload it, that one. And then, of course, a copy of registration and certification. So that one also, I am going to send it to you. That's the one that shows that we pay our bills. And then you're going to put it right there. I already saved that 2024 Dr. Gabone Qhsc document. So it will be there. So from that part, a copy of registration and certificate, and then a certification of registration. So those are the two same documents you're going to be adding to the same place. And then once it's done, when you say the save, then it's going to be done. You're going to come with the payment page. So the payment page, this is the original page before you start putting your credit card number. So it's going to say description. They're going to ask you to confirm. Are you asking for multiple entry visa? Yes. How much is that? That's $100. Okay, so this is the bank that the money is going to go once you swipe your card. And this is from the immigration. And then, of course, they ask you Visa and MasterCard. This is the same way you pay for anything like that. If you click on that part, then it's going to open up the page. So for you to enter your credit card. Any questions?
Yes, my question is the point at which they ask about the embassy.
Yes.
And your closest embassy is Washington, D.C. If we're in New York, and we put Washington, D.C., is that a conflict because there may be an embassy in New York?
No, you can put in New York. That's okay. You can put in New York. That's it. Whatever the embassy you're staying close by, because usually the option, I believe, is D.C. and New York. So you can choose one of them. Because, I mean, previously I've put New York, because, I mean, I live in Florida. And sometimes that time before I was living in Ohio. So it depends on where you live. One of them is fine.
Okay, so and then the next question is, all of the documents should be saved as a PDF, or should they be saved as, they just save everything as PDF?
Yes, because when you save as a PDF, it takes a small space. Yes.
Okay, so that means that when you send us the letter, the first thing we do is save it as a PDF.
All the document I'm gonna send you, they're all in PDF.
Yeah.
So you don't have to
Okay.
convert anything. The way I send it, that's how you're gonna enter it. I'm encouraging you from the picture that your picture when you're sending
Yeah.
it, just make sure it's in PDF and then
Okay.
yes. But
No, but my question is, okay, so you're gonna send us these documents, and
Yeah.
at the point that you send it, we have to save it in order to upload it.
Oh, yes,
I'm-
yes, I'm sorry. Yes, agree. Yes,
Okay,
you have to save it so
okay,
then you
correct.
can upload it from your side. Yes.
Okay, thank you. That's what I just need clarification on.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.